What's going on, Rumble? How are you doing? I hope you're all doing good. Welcome back to the Red versus Red section of the podcast. We talk all things Manchester United, and let me tell you, there's lots to be talking about. If you didn't catch our podcast with Sporadically on Sunday, go and check it out. But we've even got some news since then, and I just want to say it's like a new era at Manchester United. It's different. Yeah, you can't really say it's better or worse until we actually start seeing results, but the feel, the mood, the actions of what's happening is just kind of... God, it has been over 10 years since we've seen some competent decisions being made, and it's just a real feel-good factor to know that our club is actually making decisions, making signings, getting people out the door. We're renovating the area in and around the stadium. It's just, it is such a real feel-good feeling, and it's exciting. Like, do you know how many times, like, over the last 10 years, I've just, watching some of those performances, especially in the last few years, is just so demoralising. It's like, there's no imagination or anything like that, but this is inspiring. This is complete polar opposite as to what's been happening over the last few years, and it's just really fun to get up and see some of the news, because you never know what's happening. Well, let's get into some of that news. Stop blabbering, Saf. Get on with it. Will do. Again, we are a new channel. Please hit the follow button. That one over there. If we do get to 100 followers, we'll create our own Discord and we'll start our own core community in Discord as we kind of progress onto other social medias. But yeah, 100 followers for the Discord, make it happen. What's going on in the news? So let's start with what we know. De Ligt and Mazraoui have turned up at Manchester United. There have been images of them in training with Erik ten Hag. Apparently they're training away from a separate core group of players, just to kind of get the general fitness under belts and maybe do a couple of tests. But yeah, they were separate from everyone else, but Erik ten Hag was with them or caught pictures with them in training. So yeah, it's all official. There's no backseas now. It's all happening. They were out last night, De Ligt and Mazraoui in Manchester. So I'm sure a few fans got a few signatures, which is really cool. But yeah, they're out and about. They're in training. Apparently Mazraoui isn't expected to be starting at Fulham on Friday, but De Ligt, with our injuries and with our issues, is deemed fit enough to be starting against Fulham. So that should be interesting. I'm sure Mazraoui might come on for like half an hour. But yeah, it looks like De Ligt is going to be starting, I am guessing, against Lisandro Martinez, which is going to be a pretty solid partnership. Like, I'm not going to lie. At the start of the transfer window, I didn't think that we would see De Ligt and Martinez together in the back line, which is... It's a good start, It's a good start. I hope that is a solid enough foundation for us to, and it should be, to kick on and actually get some goals against Fulham on the Friday, which, again, I'm actually really looking forward to. There's a lot of hype and excitement going on, and yeah, fair play. Great signings there. Very happy they're all getting settled in really quickly. But to make the Mazraoui deal happen, we had to sell Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Now, I've said my piece on the podcast at the weekend. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I'm literally one of his biggest fans. The best slide tackler in the game. Spider one. I think West Ham have got a bargain. I think we've improved him over the 4 years. We paid 50 million for a 22-year-old English right back. We've improved him. He's 26 now. He's still got some years on the clock, and yeah, you'd never hear about him creating trouble, no tattoos or anything. He's just a great person, and yeah, I think West Ham for 15 million. You can't go and replace Wan-Bissaka for 15 million. And we've got a version of him for 20 in Mazraoui, but again, I don't know too much about him. But fair play to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Top professional, amazing talent. Just didn't quite have enough of the attacking sense, but I really hope he does a job for West Ham. Do you know what? Cheeky little thought. What if Aaron Wan-Bissaka was played in a deep role like Declan Rice started out for West Ham? What if he was in that holding role, like you ain't getting past him? have someone else on the right to attack, have someone else on the left or whatever, but just that could be interesting. We'll see. I don't know, maybe that'll evolve into a role as he gets older, but yeah, I think that'll be interesting. The reason why things are kind of so crazy, because it's United are doing more than one deal at the same time. And I don't mean just De Ligt and Mazraoui because they're from Bayern, but as soon as those deals got completed, rumours started that, we're coming back in for Braithwaite. Rumours started that Evan Ferguson might be on our radar for 50. Fofana is now being mentioned. Ugarte, apparently the agent for Ugarte is in London talking about Ugarte to Manchester United today as we happen. So it's just so nuts. Like, there were rumours at the start of the transfer window that our budget was like 35, 50 million. So I have no idea where we're getting all this enthusiasm from. Like, we're under strict PSR kind of, rules and guidelines. We can't be outspending. I have no idea what magic they're pulling, but I'm all for it. If we can sell a few more players and we can get a few more in, I tell you, there's like 3 weeks left to go of the transfer window, 2.5 weeks. I think this could be a really interesting kind of finale. I don't think United are going to come out and say that's it and we're done. I think they're going to keep on going right until the last moment to do the best that they can. Just so Jim Ratcliffe said, look, they've got 3 windows to try and get United back up to the top. I think he's going to try and use every single minute of those 3 windows and try and make deals happen. Fair play. He's got everyone excited. Everyone's looking forward to the new season. And we haven't even finished with the transfer market yet. So, yeah, I just really, really exciting news from Manchester United. It's great to be a fan again. It's just motivating, and it's just really cool to see competent people in the club doing a good job so far. Again, it's still early. We have to judge them on results as time goes on. But yeah, let's get towards January. If we need to make any, let's see if we're in a good position in around Christmas. If we need to make any emergency sales or buys in January, maybe we can do that now with the people that we have at the helm. So who knows? But again, fantastic news for Bruno Fernandes to get his contract. Just such an amazing guy. He's now the top earner at the club. Remember, Marcus Rashford was around 350, but because of the end of the season, everyone at Manchester United took a 25% cut on their wages because they didn't make Champions League, and Bruno Fernandes is about to just sign this contract before the end of the market window, so he will be the top earner at Manchester United without that 25% kind of pay deduction, right? So yeah, really good stuff. There's been news come out in the last few minutes that Hannibal Mejri has requested a transfer request. Now, he went out on loan last season and it didn't really work out for him, which is a shame because I thought we really have something here in Hannibal Mejri. He's just got that tenacity. You remember when he came on for Liverpool, against Liverpool, I should say, and we were like losing 3-0 and we were getting beat. And he literally just comes on and just starts kicking people. I think he got booked within 30 seconds. It was exactly what we needed. Like, we were playing so bad at the time that we just needed someone to come on and start ruffle some feathers. And it took a kid in Hannibal Mejri from the youth academy to show the players around him the mentality that was needed for that match. And he showed them all up. And he's always had my respect from that moment. I think he's had a rough time of late, and I think he's seeing with all the other incomings coming in and all the rumours going around, I think he just doesn't see enough minutes on the pitch for him at United. And to be honest, I thought we were actively trying to sell him anyway. So the fact that he's now handed a transfer request, does that mean we'll now get less? Does that mean that he's guaranteed to go? Maybe that's another signing, so maybe we're in a one-in, one-out scenario at the moment. I don't know, but he'll definitely need to be replaced at some point. His attitude is second to none. And he really gives 110% every time that he steps on the pitch for a Manchester United player. And yeah, it'll be a shame. I think he's felt hard done by the club, and I don't think they can really do that. Like, he's better than some of the performances that we've had last season. Yeah, maybe we just had too many people, but I would rather had like Hannibal Mejri grow into the role a lot more on the pitch than Casemiro. I would take some minutes off of Casemiro. I would take some minutes off of Eriksen. I would take some minutes of Scott McTominay to give Hannibal Mejri that time. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So, yeah, quite sad to see. Never really quite worked out for him, but the talent is there. He's a leader, a natural-born leader, and he can go to any club and potentially be captain. Not a problem, as long as things go well for him, you know. Where would he go? Who would have him? I think he's definitely an abroad player. I think he's going to get a lot more action from abroad. When I say abroad, I mean generally in Europe. But if he can just be happy, even someone like MLS, he would wreck the MLS. But he wants some trophies, so I think he's going to stay a little bit closer to home, probably somewhere in Europe. Maybe like, you know how with Luton, they got a couple of players in, didn't they? Just to help out solidify their position. It didn't quite work out, but maybe a promoted team like Ipswich, maybe Kieran McKenna at Ipswich will go, do you know what? I'll have some of that. That's a good shout. Mate, click me on that. If that happens, that's going to be crazy. But all right. Okay, I've blabbered on for a minute. That's basically your news and updates of what's going on around Manchester United today. We do have our first match against Fulham on Friday. Sporadically is going to be doing a video with you guys on Friday, so make sure you stick around for that. He'll do a build-up of the match. I can't remember if he said he's going to do a video before. I think it's before, like around 2 hours before. So stay tuned, and that's going to be happening. And then our podcast will be back again on Sunday. And yeah, I'll try and get it out a little bit earlier this time. That was my fault. It was just there was a lot going on. It was hot on Sunday, so yeah, forgive me for all that. But yeah, thanks a lot for your support. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure you hit a follow, like. Do you know what? Share this around as well. We're on Twitter or X, so if you see it, feel free to repost. It'd be great. And again, we get to 100 follows. I honestly, every time. There we go. One day, I'm going to get that pointer directly right. So make sure we get to 100 follows and we'll start up that Discord channel. But yeah, much love. I've been TheSaffronMan at Red vs Red. Sporadically, will see you on Friday. And I'll see you again on Sunday. Hopefully with 3 points in the bag. Come on, United. Saffron Man out. Peace.